Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the afternoon session today. JR, Unicorn, Richard, welcome back, everyone. Unicorn now from JR. I don't think so. Where do you see a unicorn, JR? Which time frame are you looking at? Stoic Capital, what's going on? Welcome. I think this may be the first time I've seen you in the chat. I'm not sure how to pronounce this name. Gannett. Not sure if I pronounced your name correctly, but hello, welcome to the channel. Good to have you. Oh, you started live streaming as well. All right, Stoic. What's your trading style, Stoic? What's your entry model, and also how long have you been trading? All right, so lunch high is swept already. We'll reevaluate once again at 1:30 and see if it's where we are right now becomes the new lunch high. I recently changed, and now I measure the lunch low and high at 1:30. But I do like putting it up at 1 o'clock just so we can see the 12 to 1 o'clock range as we're trading the open in 30 minutes here, 1 o'clock to 1:30. And then at 1:30, if a new high has been made, I will shift over the lunch high to be whatever the 1:30 high is. Oh, 7 years. Wow. Okay. So you've been in it for a while, much longer than a lot of us. And you do the 9:30 Judas. Got it. Well, once again, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you. Let's see that. JR, you asked if this was a unicorn. What was the time frame you were looking at, JR? Unless you were looking at the bearish, maybe you were looking at the bearish breaker from this morning. I still have it up because it hasn't been invalidated yet, so it's still here. However, we do see price may not want to remain bearish for long, but we'll see. Let's see. So we didn't have a unicorn set up over here. There wasn't a fair value gap, at least not here on the 3. Let's go back to the 5, which is where we would have wanted to measure this from. I don't see a fair value gap here either. Let's keep going down. In the 1 minute, I would go with that. Nope, still don't see it. No, no unicorn here. Hmm. Here on a small time frame, I do see a bullish breaker actually here, where you have a swing low put in right here, 1209, traded higher, swept lows, now swept highs, closed above. So in this low time frame, I actually see a bullish breaker here, which could also have a unicorn mixed into it, because you do have a fair value gap on this side right here. Well, you have several. You have this one, you have this one, and that might be it. So yeah, it's probably in this area around 17,275. But again, this is on the 1 minute, so it depends on if you like 1 minute breakers or not. All right. We're after the 10 minutes into the hour, so I'm going to move back to the 5 minute. We'll watch it from a slightly higher time frame. Move this to the end of the hour. Okay. And there we go. You can see this was the earlier entry I was looking for out of the breaker from just before lunch. And we can see price never retraced back down even during lunch. It still never came back, and it's still pushing higher. Hey, Vivian, what's going on? This afternoon session. Oh, get as powerful as morning. Okay, I couldn't see what it was because of the emoji icon. Yep, there are opportunities all day long, depending on what opportunity you're looking for. It really depends. Yeah, what type of trader are you? Um, Cugnet. I hope that's how you pronounce it. What's your entry model? Devin, what's going on? Good afternoon. All right, let's be careful if anyone's currently in a trade, let's be careful because we do have the bearish fair value gap that sent price lower before from this morning at 9:45. We have that just above where we currently are trading. And on top of that, this kind of looks like a market maker buy model where we could see it complete its buy model here at equilibrium or consequent encroachment at 17,329. I'm not saying it will finish buying up at that time, but I'm just saying it can. So just be aware if you're currently in a position or you're looking to get into a position now. Right? And even though on a smaller time frame, we did see a bullish fair value gap form here, it's worth noting that this 1 hour bearish fair value gap above could be get in the way of price continuing to run. So that's how it could be a failure on this breaker that's being created on the lower time frame. And that breaker that I'm talking about, I'll show you where it is, and you can do what you want with it. And it's essentially this move right here. It could be that one, or on a larger scale, it would be this one. So it would be this price leg right here. So maybe this is like a 2-minute. Yeah, so now you move up to the 2 minutes. So it's this price leg. We see it break down, and then we see it trade above, close above. Traded back into right here. Now we see it moving higher. Question is, how high will it go? All I'm saying is be aware of this area that's right here and what that might do to price. And that's from 320 to 340. Okay. Since we've already closed above, I'll consider that invalidating the morning bearish breaker. I'll leave this one here just so we can all see it. Label that as a 2-minute breaker. Void is back. They're looking for a push through 330. Hey, we still see lower prices coming from the dollar. Now we're into the fourth hour of this happening. So it was 10, 11, and 12. Now we're into the 1 o'clock hour, and price is still selling off. Let me do a quick measurement to see where we are. All right, it's just past 61% retracement so far. Back, let's all look at it. It's a little easier than me explaining it. So we have a right here. You see the dollar's been selling off since the 10 o'clock hour started. We had the opening bell push higher, sweeping the high from Friday, rejection from there, and now trading back into the range. There was a fair value gap here, but it went right past it with no issue. And I'm looking down and I do not see another one until you get to the hourly one down here at 106.049, and that's at 83.5% retracement. So looks like the dollar may want to continue trading lower for a little bit longer. And then we just move over to our indices and see if that's pushing for higher prices there. We already see, so the Dow is already at highest price of the day so far. The previous high was from 7 and 8 o'clock hour. We see the same thing over on S&P, highest value of the day. However, NQ has not reached its high of the day. The high of the day for NQ was reached during the 9 o'clock hour, so the opening bell. We saw it push up into the bearish fair value gap. So what we were just looking at, and price was pushed lower from there. So far, we've had a nice retracement back up to the top of the range. However, we haven't eclipsed that high yet. All right, we'll shift back over now. Wow, that's dedication, Vivian. Daily high 17,331. So we're about 20 points away from that. You love days with no news. Okay. That's a good point. That's a good point. In the morning, generally what you'll get is kind of straightforward price action. Either it'll start moving before the opening bell, or the opening bell would give you its normal um, volatility towards a liquidity pool. Yep, you don't have to worry about so many turtle soups or manipulations. So it's a good point you brought up, Queen. All right, lunch low at 17,234, just below the midnight open. So far, 20 points delivered out of this 2-minute breaker here. Taking the day. Well, let's see if we get to the high of the day first. I know we're super close, so it should happen. But let's see that happen first. And then once we see the high of the day swept, then we want to follow market structure. What you can do if you want to get an early jump on where price is going after taking high of the day, you can switch down to a small time frame. Either you can go down to the 1 minute if that's as low as you go, but if you have a premium trading view and you can go down into something lower than that, you may want to jump down to the 30 or the 15 second and see if you see a price looking to quickly move the opposite direction. Otherwise, I would believe that price will continue moving in the direction that it's going. All right. Lunch high continues to be rewritten. Let's continue to move that. All right. We've taken high of the day. So now we have the high of the day on NQ. We've reached the high of the day on S&P, and we've also been reached it on the Dow. So all the indices now are trading higher than their morning highs. You just got to make sure Nasdaq stays above. The other two indices are trading well above right now. So as long as Nasdaq doesn't pierce this and then start selling down. All right, that looks good there. Got about another 2 minutes, and then we'll be at 1:30. We'll then have permanent session highs and lows for lunch. We'll see once price then sweeps the high once again, whether it'll continue moving higher or whether we'll see lower prices. Mm, which time frame did you say that we're building equal lows? Which time frame are you looking at? All right, let's see now where we finish up in another 10 seconds. That'll be our lunchtime high. There we go. All right, first thing it did was take that high. So the lunch high was taken immediately. Take it off the screen there. Then a dump to 1758. Okay, so you want to see the low swept. Oh, this week. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Just looking at the weekly, and I think we need to sometime this week we need to push higher. So even if we're still bearish, there's no reason to leave such a large fair value gap here. So I do believe that this week price will push higher. Just not sure exactly how high it's going to push, and that's still with bearish sentiment. It's this bearish fair value gap here looks like it's not going to be quite the obstacle that it was this morning when it pushed price lower. So there's another one just above. So let's go ahead and put that one into view. And that's going to run from 390 to about 428, 390 to 430 roughly. So about 40 points there. Mhm. Take that, take that. The 5 minute bullish fair value gap, the exact dimensions of the hour bearish fair value gap. Look at that. Uh, 50%. Okay. I didn't realize that. 'Yeah, Queen, I'm thinking maybe we'll go to this fair value gap that's above us now, between 390 and 430. And then once we get there, we'll see if maybe there's going to be any bearish breakdown or something. Otherwise, yeah, things may just continue going. Pull up the 4 hour here for a second. So this is our 4 hour chart here. We can see that this was on Friday from 2 until close, this candle, this purple candle here, and it has a wick that extends down to 17,114. And if we take 50% of this wick here, we stretch that across, we can see that's what we just came down and touched during lunch, the lunch low, or the protected low. It's 50% of this wick from Friday afternoon. So I'm not sure if we're going to be going for Friday's low. Excuse me. Since we've already traded into 50% of the wick, and now we're showing quite a bullish candle here above these previous 4 candles, digging into the bearish fair value gap here. So we'll see how high it wants to push. But if we get above 17,400, 410, somewhere in that area, then we may see price continue pushing, and we'll then look at the wick from the 6 a.m. candle on Friday that's potentially holding price. But right now, yeah, this candle here that we're getting ready to close in about 20 minutes looks quite bullish. All right, let's get back to the 5 minute. Yep. Yeah, it absolutely could. No, not a void. You're right. It could drop for sure. Just usually those kind of pin bar candles don't lead to immediate drops. They're usually um, preceding higher candles. But again, we'll take it as they come. We'll take a look at price when it gets to another bearish fair value gap and see if maybe it wants to put in a reversal pattern and then shoot downwards, breaking through here, maybe back into the breaker, maybe even lower. We still have the lunch low, which hasn't been traded to, 17,234. And then we have our protected low, which was right around 11 o'clock. And in between all of that, this lime green area is the new week opening gap. Check it in 1 minute. Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay. Well, we'll look at 17,381 and see what happens when it gets there. Just a higher high swing. In fact, I didn't even count the swing points, so I'm not sure what Void was talking about. Yeah, I mean, I leave the room open for price to switch bearish at any moment. Right? I'm not saying that it never will or that it won't. I was just saying based on what I was seeing, it didn't look like it was looking like it was going to take out this protected low. But I don't know. Yep. Yep. You're right. I was just looking. I was like, what time is it? And see, we got about another 3 minutes and then it'll be macro time and we'll see if price runs up to this fair value gap and if things turn around. I'm already looking at the smaller time frame, just looking to see if I get any advance warning of price starting to look bearish. I'm down at the 1 minute. Maybe I should go down to like the 30-second. But we'll see. Let me check the dollar, see where it's at. Okay, the dollar's still pushing lower. Price makes it to this next fair value gap just above us. We will have seen price move up about 200 points from that breaker that formed at around 11:15. Down to the 1 minute now. Depending on where price lands in about 10 minutes, we may see this fair value gap that's below us between 340 and 320. We may see that disappear. All right, we have S&P just took out Friday's high. Same as we had the Dow take out Friday's high during this hour too, just earlier in the hour. Well, I'm sorry, no, the Dow took out Friday's high way this morning. It took out today's previous high this hour. All right, we're in the macro now. Let me just quickly show everybody where we are on the indices just for reference. All right, so here's the dollar continue to push lower. It's now at 70% retracement over here. Okay, and we move to the right. We see the Dow moving. Okay, so it's looking to take out last week's high. So the Dow is looking to take out last week's high. We're down. Look at, if we move over to the right one more, the S&P 500, we can see it took out the daily high during the last hour. Also, here's the Friday high I was just talking about, 50.58, pushing into a bearish fair value gap above. And then over here, Nasdaq, and we did take out the morning high, but we're far away from Friday's high, much far, 17,552. So we need another almost 200 points to get to Friday's high on Nasdaq. So we'll see if the other indices continue to push higher. See if the Nasdaq continues to push higher, and we'll also follow the dollar closely and make sure it's also looking for lower values. All right, we're now into that fair value gap we spoke about that was just above. Since the one below didn't hold price, we thought maybe the one above could be the one that turns things around, and we see as we see bearish prices. And that's if we're pushing for either the lunch low or, yeah, any of those lows. However, since we know that the dollar is still pushing lower, we're expecting higher prices here. We see the other indices running to their weekly high of last week after taking out Friday's high. And so let's see if NQ can catch up and do some of that, meaning get to Friday's high, which I mentioned was at around 550. I think it's this New York high number. This is probably New York's high from Friday. Yep, sure is. So there we go. It's definitely pushing higher. There's no doubt about it, which is good to see. Great to see, actually. And I think we also took equilibrium here, consequent encroachment of this fair value gap. Sure did. Didn't put a body above it though, only wicks. The plan now is we wait. You continue to wait for an entry. What's your entry model? What's this? Kunit. Relaxed on moving my protected low. I believe it goes here. I should probably reevaluate it. Maybe it goes here. Nope. Okay, so on the 5-minute, nope, it should not have shifted. It should be here now. All right, let's see if we get a short out of this little small fair value gap here. Two. Yeah, I know. Anybody know which days they're coming? Yeah, Queen. The only breaker I found was on like the 15-second for a bearish breaker. And that bearish breaker kind of coincides with this 1 minute fair value gap. So I'm looking somewhere around 402 to 403, which is about the upper edge of this fair value gap. See if we get a sell off from there. Or will that fair value gap be enough? It may just be enough and it'll just sell off from there. Because if you look at it really on the higher time frame, 15-minute, right? Look how big this gap is going to be if we don't at least sell back down. How big that gap is, even on the 1 hour, right? 86, 295. So you're talking about a 100-point gap if we don't at least retrace down. So this is not even saying we're going bearish. This is just saying we're just doing price action, closing in a gap, balancing it. Tesla tomorrow after close. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be another one of those 5:30 announcements. So then we see prices right around 4 o'clock just take off 1 to 200 points. It's okay. We like power hour here. All right. Be right back. Give me about 2 minutes. I'll be back. ICT 2022 model. Okay. Oh, you're asking, are we looking at the 2022 right now, M? We could be, but you'd want to, if this is the 2022, you're going to want to see this low swept, and you want to see it swept with a fair value gap left behind. So yeah, it could be. I wouldn't consider this right here the 2022 only because 2022 is you have to take out a short term high or low, whereas this right here is more of a turtle soup and then just a trade lower. But since it did make a short term low, started trading higher. Now, if it shoots down, then yeah, this will be a 2022. Yes, the daily chart for NAS 100 is bearish because of last week's sweeping of lows and closing below those lows. Then yes, the chart price action right now is bearish. Yep. We just finished our macro. All right, let me switch back out, move this over. But we'll keep looking and see if we get a bearish setup here. Always at risk of that when you have a shallow move the opposite direction. All right, we need to trade above 415, 17,415. Looking for a closure above this line here, above 715. I'm sorry, 17,415. All right, there's that closure above. Now, if we see a sharp movement downwards and we sweep these lows down at 382, then we could be looking at a breaker here. Yeah, that's true. You don't know how far it's going to retrace. You know it can still go up. And this is for Milad. So the thing is that what you want to look for is you want to look for structure breaking. When it retraces, if it doesn't break structure, then it's just a retracement. If it breaks structure, then you possibly have a reversal. If not, if it's just a retracement still, then you got to look and see where might it be going. Is it this fair value gap? Is it back down to the breaker? Is it to the 830 open or fair value gap here? You have to look and see where price may be going. Is it this S&D zone here? So it's I think market structure is going to be your friend when you're looking at trends and you're looking for where price may want to go. Just always remember your market structure. Snipers in the trade at 418. Okay. See, is this what you were looking for? M? And what were you looking to see? Right. So at some point in time, we've crossed over this swing high over here, and we are really close to taking this swing high. So there's going to be a retracement, whether we're going to switch to being bearish or not. There's going to be a retracement. Right. And then these become the levels that it may retrace to. We got this high, hasn't been traded back to. We have this high. And we're essentially will have this equilibrium point. Right. So when we see a retracement, we're going to be looking at, what's this? 375, 340, and 330. All right. Looks like we're going to take out this fair value gap right here, the 1 hour one that we're currently in. Let's look at this on the hourly, see where we are. So we have this level and this level. And finally up in this area. It was at 17,950, I think, was the previous high. Previous all-time high, 17,957. So I think long-term we could potentially be moving back up to 17,950, but we got a long way between now and there before we can confirm that. But potentially that might be where we're going. Let me get back down to the lower time frame. You said the 4 hour. Oh, let's get rid of these levels I just marked up. I think it's making our chart too dirty there. Yeah, we do have this fair value gap here that's currently being created. We'll see where we land at the end of today. But right now we do have this gap right here being created. So it could be that we're going to still, kind of trade up in this area, close off, and then we'll see a retracement back down in after hours and in a future candle. Let's see. We still have this wick up here I was talking about. And consequent encroachment of that right around 17,500. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Queen. Right at that consolidation area, right at 2 o'clock, that fair value gap was the entry for the silver bullet right here. We had this entry right here at 209. Traded down into it. You would have taken entry at 401, and right now you'd be up 30 points. And even though I think, if I'm not mistaken, a silver bullet is only designed to give 20, I think. I think ICT said it gives at least 20, so you should be aiming for a TP of 20 points, which this one would have delivered. So whoever is into the silver bullet, trying to think who that was. We sweep above the 2 p.m. hourly candle. Right. There you go. Let's see if price wants to trade lower. $17.23. A little risky here. It's 15-second or the 30-second. So I'll get rid of this one. The Milad, from what I understand, the silver bullet is just a continuation. So you're looking for you do look for a sweep of some level of liquidity, and then it just trades into a fair value gap, and you take it for 20 points. So in this case, what you got here? Well, we're looking at the 30-second. I think we were looking at in a minute. Yeah, the 1 minute. So what we had here is after 2 o'clock, we had a sweep of a low here. From there, we had price impulse out, creating a fair value gap. It traded back into it. And then you had a low hanging fruit target of 17,414. Right, you would have took this candle out, and that would have delivered your profit there of 12, 13 points, so $250 on a mini contract. Let's see. The 200 ticks, another one. Well, we still don't have a bearish breaker here, so you're still in business, Queen. from before lunch. Oh man. Wait a minute, what was that entry again? Uh, Here we go. 190. 190 was the entry. We're at 437, Queen. We're at 250 points or 1,000 ticks. What up, Shark? What's going on? Yeah, 1,000 ticks, even on a micro, would be ooh, that $500. Shouldn't be at the 1 minute right now. Wow, look at you, Vivian, multitasking better than most. Good job. Yeah, I agree with you, Queen. It does seem like sometimes you can get uh, just kind of like either seek and destroy or consolidation days. So sometimes it is a bit difficult on days without news. But on the days that there is expansion to be had, you don't have to worry about all the manipulation, and price tends to just go in the direction that it wants to go, as opposed to a lot of fake outs and those kind of things. So on those days, you're right. The regular traders miss out and they come back the following day and wish they had traded. I'm just looking for it to give me an entry. I see price action. I just want a good entry. I don't want to just jump in and risk taking a bad entry on a day where, things seem to be pretty easy. Oh, look at that. All right, so now when you see retracement start to occur, you start then looking around and saying, okay, where could we be going? I think the quickest location could be right here. Got about 10 minutes before the macro starts. Here it comes. Let's see. I hope so. All right, so we've now reached equilibrium of the little range here, S&D range. Let's see now if price pushes out of that or if it continues lower. Minutes for before the next macro. Macro is 250 to 310 for this one. Okay, so you can see here on the 15-minute, the candle body right on the 1 hour fair value gap, right on the upper edge there. We go ahead and measure out just this leg here. Consequent encroachment is down at 17,340, which is not too far away from this week. Where when you see price traded above, closed above, there was never a retest back down to this level, the level that was previously holding price. Right. And whether we believe it's coming from this candle that extended there, or we take like the highest closing candle, which was here, which is right sitting on top of 62% retracement at 17,314. So either way, 17,314 or 17,330. After trading above and closing, we never had a retracement back. So my guess is price is coming to one of these levels. All right, we're inside the macro now. Hey, boy. $4,000. Nice, TJ. Yeah, it's a good idea, TJ. So then on the Discord, people will recognize who you are. Yep. I'm going to step away for just a moment. I'll be right back. Hmm. Right, 2 minutes before the top of the hour here. All right, so we get to equilibrium of this price leg right at the top of this breaker at 17,414. Yes, it is official power hour. Thanks for the reminder. We're here. Yeah, I'm taking the breakers as these two candles, the 155, 156. And so with that, it looks like we've already traded back all the way to the extremity of, or to the extreme high of the breaker. Now we'll see if price wants to flush. We're still in the macro period, so this would be a good time for that to happen, but can't force my will on price. So far during the macro here, we've swept this low from 205, start building back up, and that's about as far as we've gotten. Still trading inside of the breaker, hasn't decided if it's going to invalidate it or continue with it. Mm. $414, get short here at 408. Just sweeping the lows will give you 35 points. Yep, right here. Oh, well, Queen, we have a 1 hour fair value gap at 381 that just got confirmed at the closure of the 2 o'clock hour. So this is what I was talking about last hour. I was thinking that we would get some pullback because if we didn't, we were going to leave a fair value gap this size from 295 up to 380. Now, if we get consequent encroachment of that level, we're looking at 338. Oh, that's what you said. I see. Okay. All right, I got it. So we're at the same level. I keep forgetting that whenever you talk about fair value gaps, you always speak in consequent encroachment value. All right, laughter. Yeah, it was good for me too. I think I'm really happy. I decided to change colors, get a different scheme here. Back to the midnight open. Ooh, 239. That's 150 points down. It's possible, but let's see. I don't really see a reason to go down there. Mm, yeah, actually, it could go down to the midnight open. Yep. We'll see if it starts selling off. We will have the midnight open on our radar as a potential landing spot for price. There's several levels prior to getting there, but yeah, the midnight open will be on that list. Right, still hasn't invalidated this bearish breaker here. Yeah, same. If we were going to reverse and start pushing lower, I would have liked to have seen that impulsive move already. Set a peak above here. You know, let me just move this out of the way until we have more information. Hmm. All right, collecting orders here. Price doesn't want to tip his hand just yet. Once, twice, three times to equilibrium. And now we'll see where price goes from here. Completely forgot who's that? I think it was Jay who asked about back to the midnight open. I completely forgot about how price likes to push towards the midnight open between 315 and 345. Fish lips, yep, definitely patience area here. 85 yesterday, 40 to, whoa. Hey man, if you ever become a full-time trader, I understand there are some tax breaks you can get from living in Puerto Rico. I know you got a family, so that may not be the easiest thing to do, but you know, it's worth dreaming about. All right, looks like we finally lost the area. Another wick bottom, another wick into the fair value gap here, and a rejection with the candle body. Still got another 3.5 minutes, so let's see where this candle closes at. Costa Rica. Okay. Bring the 99-year-old with you. Yeah, it's okay. It's only a flight away. Either come visit mom often or take mom with you too. Yeah, I've seen some other YouTubers move to Puerto Rico as well. Not involved with finance at all, but just I don't know what the discounts they're giving or what the tax breaks there are, but yeah, they're definitely moving there. And I did hear him mention that you have to move there full time. So hopefully it's a place you actually want to be. 5. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Triple C. Oh, the Pauls. Okay. 4%. Oh, that's nothing. All right. Okay, that makes sense. I see now why they're doing it. You end up saving 30% or something on your tax rate. Oh, jeez. All right, let's go ahead and level up on this trading. We're all moving to Puerto Rico. I'm going to draw this back in now, see if it's relevant. So we had a high, then a low, higher high. Whatever reason, we haven't gotten that closure below yet. Let's see if we get it on this candle. Still have 4 minutes remaining. If so, we're inside of our 1 hour bearish fair value gap. We'll have a 5 minute to support us here. We'll see if it lasts. I'll just adjust it as price moves. – 90% of animals have disappeared. Oh man. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I feel like we should have helped more too, especially if they're one of our territories. Yeah, you're right. After that definitely could work. Where we potentially fall into. We still have this 5 minute breaker down here. It hasn't been traded back to yet. But if it just pushes right through there, then I'm thinking either the 8:30 or the midnight open. So somewhere in the 240 to 260 range. So if we fall that far, but obviously we could make a pit stop or stop here right around 310. But either way, I think it's definitely going to be dropping 50, 60 points. Area. And we'll call that 2. But it won't close below. It's not confirming this breaker is a bearish breaker. Looked at this candle right here, and it closed 1 tick higher than the breaker. I do want to test something out though. I want to see that if it breaks through a wick and then it trades back to consequent encroachment and all of that, does it still work out? And then when it trades out, does it not come back because it's already traded in here after putting a wick outside of the breaker? We have been waiting for about 45 minutes for this to confirm itself. Three thirty, 300. No, we didn't get a setup this afternoon. No, we didn't. It still work, but the 325 candle. Okay. All right. I think I need to go to Puerto Rico now. Okay, looks like we might actually get that confirmation below the breaker. Got another minute before this candle closes. First area provided zero resistance. All right, we'll get a trade back up here for the proper. But so far today, I got to admit, so far all of the breakers have not provided that retracement back up. They've just kind of cut and run. Once they confirmed themselves, they were off and running. Tactical reviews. Good job. Congrats. All right, so we got a 5-minute fair value gap here. We got a 5-minute breaker. So let me get rid of this. And you can barely see those because of the 1-hour fair value gap that's fairly large. We're at I think we're at consequent encroachment now. Yeah, we're right there. 17,338. But I completely screwed this up. As price was building up, it made this smaller. All right, let's now see if it will bounce off the fair value gap here. Found out where it wanted to stop. Broke one of my rules there. Now you see why I don't like getting into situations after they are already going. Let's see. Boy, you're extremely, uh, you're very critical of me. I'm really not understanding why so much. Like, really, I don't. And you don't even like, yeah, just, I'm not sure. I don't get it. Any reason why, Void? Any reason why you're so critical of me? It's like, it's unbelievable, man. Yeah, sure, of course you won't. I was on the 30-second looking for S and D zone just to continue downwards, looking for something really short and small. I had a small stop loss on it, nothing really major. Yet, for whatever reason, it just raises the hair on your skin for whatever reason. there's a continuation lower. We'll see how far it wants to go. We still have the midnight open down at 239, so maybe it'll go down to 239. About 100 points lower than where we are now. If it doesn't go that far, then first look at consequent encroachment of the breaker here at 297. And next, focus on the 830 open. All right, Splash. Talk to you later. Take care, man. Started on the market mega sell model. Okay. Here, with a retracement. Well, in that case, if it's a market maker sell model, then you're gonna look for it to trade down to the 830 open, at least. At least make it down here to 17,259. That may not happen this session. It either may happen after trading's over at 10 after 4, or it could happen after trading resumes at 1800. So we'll see. All right, it's 4 o'clock, 10 minutes remaining for everyone, 10 minutes remaining in trading. Appreciate it, Vivian. Thank you. I know. I'm really glad I'm the 44-year-old me and not the 34-year-old me. Allows me to handle it a little better, although it's still upsetting. All right, WC. Catch you tomorrow. Nah, honestly, I don't think people necessarily mean to be malicious and be trolling. I think people just have a desire to either want to be congratulated, to be, um, I don't know, seen in a good light or appreciated. And so people are fishing for it. They want to be right. First stop, Vegas. Yeah, I'm not going to curse anyone out. Definitely not going to happen. But we do have a mute button here, so I may start exercising that a little more. Mm. Hey, Stores, good job. Way to go. Damn. Oh, damn. Yeah, you need better friends to go with. Absolutely. You got to have your core group that you know you can travel with, and you guys have the same understanding as to how things are going to go. Yep. No, I'll be fine. Don't worry. I'm good. I'm feeling much better now anyway. All right. Looks like price stopped right where I was intending for it to continue. All right, Shark. Take care. We'll catch you next time. All right, J Stores. Good luck. Good luck this afternoon. All right, everyone. I think that does it for our afternoon session. Unless there's any other questions or comments, we will call it a day. We'll reset, regroup, and we'll be back at it tomorrow morning at 9:15. All righty. Yep. All right. I don't see anything else. All right, cool. All right, everyone. See you tomorrow morning. Take care. Have a good evening.